Let's go. Bugungi darsimizda Cambridge 11-kitobimizning 4-testi Passage 1 analizini ko'rib chiqamiz va birinchi navbatda bizdan qanaqa mavzuda research qilish kutilayotganligini, qanaqa mavzuni o'rganish kutilayotganligini o'rganib chiqish uchun birinchi navbatda titlni o'qib chiqamiz va o'zingiz ko'rganingizdek bu qismda research using twins, ya'ni egizaklar ishlatilgan, egizaklar qo'llanilgan tadqiqotlar va bu qismda biologiyaga doir tekstni ko'rib chiqamiz katta ehtimollik bilan. Undan keyin esa savollarni turlarini ko'rib chiqishimiz kerak va bu turlarni ko'rib chiqamiz bizda bu passagega qanaqa qilib approach qilishimiz, podxod qilishimizga yordam beradi. Masalan, true false not given savollari berilgan ekan. True false not given savollari uchun biz faqatgina savolni o'qishimiz va keywordlarni tanlagan qilib javoblarni berishimiz kerak bo'ladi. Undan keyin esa list of researchers, ya'ni bu qismda tadqiqotchilarni matching qilib chiqishimiz kerak. You may use any letter more than once, notabene berilgan ekan va qismda bu degani biz Xo'p, demak javoblarni topishimiz kerak. Qanaqa qilib javoblarni topamiz? Bu odamlarni topib olamiz, javoblar o'zidan o'zi chiqib keladi. Undan keyin esa epigenetic process, ya'ni summary completion berilgan ekan. Summary completionda letterlarni qo'yib chiqishimiz kerak. Bunaqa vaziyatda o'shanaqa letterlar ko'rganingizda o'zingiz bilishingiz kerakki, bu javoblar keyword bo'lib kelmaydi yoki keyword sinonimlar bo'lib kelmaydi, balki siz berilgan paragrafni yoki berilgan qismni o'qiysiz, o'shani tushunasiz va tushungandan keyin esa mantiqni ishlatib javoblarni topishingiz talab qilinadi. Keling, birgalikda javoblarni ko'rib chiqishni boshlaymiz, javoblarni topishni boshlaymiz. Birinchi navbatda true false not given savollarni o'qib olib, keywordlarni aniqlab olamiz. There may be genetic causes for the difference in how young the skin of identical twins look like. Skin and genetic causes in difference. Skin. Single fertility twins are usually virtually the same genetic code and difference between them on one twin having younger skin. Looking for example must be due to environmental factors such as last time spent in the sun. Seriously? Demak, qismda environmental factors da deyilgan, shuning uchun ham genetic factorlar bo'lmaydi, genetic cause bo'lmaydi, shuning uchun ham false deb olingan. False deb olish to'g'ri bo'ladi bu qismda. Keyingi savolga o'tamiz. Bu rang o'zi elektrdi mana. Keyingi savolimiz twins are at great risk of developing certain illnesses and non-twins. Certain illnesses, greater risk. Alternatively, by comparing the experience of identical twins with those of fraternal twins that came from separate eggs and share on average half their DNA, researchers can quantify the extent to which our genes affect our lives. If identical twins are more to each other with respect to an ailment, then vulnerable. This must be rooted at least at inheritance. Demek qismda mana otgan qismda o'zi yozilgan research in ailment, identical twins are more similar to each other with respect to ailment, demek kasallik bo'yicha. Fraternal twins than fraternal twins are, then vulnerability of the disease must be rooted at least in part in heredity. Lekin bu qismda greater risk haqida ma'lumot yo'qligi sababli not given belgilashgan, not givenni qolamiz. Chunki not given to'g'ri bo'ladi bu qismda. Bochart advertised in newspaper for twins who had been separated at birth. Bochart. Bochart, where's Bochart? The guy, it's the name of the guy. Here. And here. In newspapers for twins who had been separated. The idea of using twins to measure influence of heredity dates back to Galden, but his stance into the influence who had been separated at birth. Twin study took a surprising twist. Over 2 decades, eventually visited carried out in when they were each asked more than 15,000 questions. Wow. Lekin newspaper advertising haqida ma'lumot yo'qligi sababli buni ham not given olamiz. To'g'ri bajarishgan ekan odamlar. Testlarni. Bundan logik jihatdan javob chiqadi, o'zingiz ko'rganingizdek. False, not given chiqamasa, demak oxirgisi kamida true bo'lishi kerak, chunki har bittasi kamida bir marta ishlatilishi kerak. Demak, buni true deb yozib qo'yishimiz mumkin. Prosta true deb yozib qo'yishimiz mumkin, lekin bunga javobni topish kerak bo'ladi. Birgalikda javobni topamiz. Epigenetic processes are different from both genetic and environmental processes. Demak, epigenetic processlar genetic and environmental processlardan boshqacharoq. Epigenetic degan so'zni topib olsak, javob topiladi. Here. Epigenetic processes are chemical reactions tied to neither nature nor nurture, but representing what researchers have called a certain component. Demak, qismda different. Ular realni boshqacha, chunki ular 3-komponent nature ga ham nurture ga ham bog'liq emasligi ma'lumot berilgan. Shundan javobni topishimiz mumkin. Endi bu qismda Galton, Bochart, Reedlarni topishimiz kerak. Daniel Reed here. Reed here. tanlab olishimiz kerak, topib olishimiz kerak agar tekstni butunlay o'qishni xohlamasak. Bow chart here, golden here. Xo'p, o'qiymiz. Idea of using twins, suggested approach, coined the phrase nurture and nature. Invented the term used to distinguish two factors affecting human characteristics. Mana bu qismda suggested approach, coined the phrases. Demak, bu qismda fraza nature ni invent qilgan, Francis Galton bo'lar ekan. Endi belgilab qo'yamiz. Expressed the views that the study of epigenetics will increase our knowledge. Xo'p, epigenetics bu qismda ko'rgandik. Has worked with many teams over the years throughout here, epigenetic is the origin of a lot of those differences in my view. Many things about them as absolutely the same and unalterable, but it's clear that when you get to know them, that other things about them are different. Also known as epigenetic. Increase our knowledge haqida yozilmagan lekin. Yes, was a trapeze, forget, this is thought, things have a lot of but where's the information about epigenetics? O'qib chiqishim kerak edi, qisqasi. Bosh og'riq bo'ldi-da. O'qib chiqsam shunaqa bo'lmasdi. Xitoyman. Ishdan boshlaymiz. Balki shudir javob. A lot of the differences. Xo'p, demak bu kim bu? Daniel Reed. Demak bo'ldi, tamom, taxmin bera olaman. Kerak bo'lsa. Mana kerak sizga. Xo'p, develop the mathematical method of measuring genetic influences. Mathematical method qayerdan topaman endi mathematical methodni? Damn it. Damn. O'qiymiz. Latest book in experience promises to take our understanding even further. Here, reads bo'lar ekan rostdan. What I like to say is that nature writes some things in pencil, some things in pen. She says things written in pen you can't change. That's DNA. But things written in pencil you can. That's epigenetics. Now that we're actually able to look at this DNA, since it's sort of a whole new world. Then we put them together. Mathematical topishimiz kerak. Here. I used the mountain of data to identify how far twins were affected by genetic makeup. Which was statistical concept called heritability. Importance of trait measures the extent to which difference among the numbers. Other students looked at this and found it. Mana statistics, mountain data, demak o'qishimda mathematical method bo'ladi. Mana statistical concept. Statistical concept mathematical method keyword heritability javob bo'ladi. Shu bow chart bo'ladi. Bow chart. Pioneer research into genetics using twins. Pioneer research dates back to the guy was pioneer. Galton was pioneer. Demak birinchi odamlardan pioneer bo'lganda Galton bo'lganda. Carried out research into twins who had lived apart. Demak o'qishimda mana bu bow chart bo'ladi. Mana lived apart. Lived apart. Demak o'qishimda bow chart bo'ladi bu. Epigenetic process. Epigenetic process. O'qish kerak buni. Good luck. Epigenetic processes influence the activity of our genes. For example, creating our internal something instead of epigenetic process uncovered in way in which our genes can be affected by all or something. One example is that if a pregnant rat suffers stress, the newborn rat may later show problems in its something. Demak, taxminiy javoblarni. Demak, bu qismda e'tibor berishingiz kerak epigenetic process. Demak, bu qismda katta ehtimol bilan taxminiy qilib, masalan, logika jihatdan javoblarni belgilab, javoblarni topish mumkin. Agar sizda shunaqa vaziyat bo'lib qoladigan bo'lsa, va vaqt yetmaydigan bo'lsa, masalan, yetmay qoldi, tasavvur qiling, vaqtingiz yetmay qoldi, nima qilasiz? Shunaqa vaziyatda taxmin qilish mumkin. Men sizlarga bunaqa mantiqiy jihatdan taxmin qilishni o'rgataman. Agar tekstni tushungan bo'lsangiz, tekst emas, masalan, savollarni tushungan bo'lsangiz, epigenetic processes something influences the activity of our genes. Nima influence qilishi mumkin? Environment qiladi, katta ehtimollik bilan. ni yozamiz. Yoki ni yozib qo'yamiz. Masalan, katta ehtimollik bilan javob. Shunaqa belgilashingiz mumkin. Chunki nurture can influence, chemicals can influence, but organs can influence, organs no. low probability. Environment can influence, code cannot influence, behavior cannot influence. Shuning uchun ham bu qismda environment olaman masalan yoki nurture olaman. Demak, for example, creating our internal something. Creating our internal what? Organ bo'lmaydi, behavior bo'lish ehtimoli katta. Behavior bo'lishi mumkin. Agar behavior bo'lmagan bo'lsa, B bo'ladi. Chunki internal nurture bo'lmaydi, internal chemical bo'lmaydi. Instead of a general process in covering a way which our genes can be affected by our demak katta ehtimol bilan nurture bu. Nurture yoki environment yana. Lekin katta ehtimol bilan bu nurture. Mana qilib qo'y. Masalan, bu qismda environment deb o'ylayman javobni. Bu qismda nurture deb o'ylayman javobni. For example, that ketdi. Pregnant woman, newborn man, several problems in its internal code, chemicals, organs. Belgilardan ekan. Organs. Xo'p. Buni organ qilaman. Mana buni behavior qilaman. Buni organ qilaman. Mana o'chirib tashlaymanda B bo'ladi. Bu qismda B bo'ladi, F bo'ladi. Endi javoblarni o'zi realni topishga harakat qilaman. Endi normal seriyasini ishlab. Chunki tushunishlaringiz kerak, qayerdan olindi javoblar. Ming taxmin qilishga qaramasdan. Xo'p, epigenetics bu qismdan boshlandi. Epigenetics bu qismdan boshlangan bo'lsa, shu kungacha o'qisam, taxminan bo'lsa kerak, yetsa kerak. Epigenetic process are chemical reactions tied to nature, have called three compounds. These reactions influence how our genetic code is expressed, how each gene is strengthened or weakened, even turned on and off, build more bones, brains, and other parts. Okay. And using your ordination, immense pain a key word. Our genes are keys, each key symbolizing a signal to any responsible for a particular node or trait. All the keys combining to make us who we are. Epigenetic processes determine how each gene can be stuck and changing the tune being played. One way to study is the revolutionary our understanding of biology, revealing a mechanism by which the environment directly impacts on genes. Demak, bu qismda javob environment bo'lar ekan. Javobimiz to'g'ri. Environment bo'ladi. Studies of animals, for example, have shown that when a rat experiences stress during pregnancy, it can cause epigenetic changes in a fetus that lead to behavioral problems. Demak, fetusda muammolar bo'lar ekan, lead to behavioral problems. So rodents, crows. So demak, problems in its behavior problem. For example, in creating our internal behavior problems bo'ladi. Bu javob to'g'ri. Lekin 11-12 ni topmadik hali. Yeah, here. Demak, bu qismda other epigenetic processes appear to occur randomly while others are normal, such as those who guide embryonic cells as they become heart, brain, and liver cells. Demak, bu qismda, for example, in creating our internal organs to'g'ri javob bo'ladi. Shuning uchun ham organ to'g'ri javob bo'ldi. Keyingisi, affected by our nurture topishimiz kerak endi. Work when twins are so about twins, you have taught us it's clear that you look at twins. The share is hardwired. Many things are about them absolutely the same as but also clear you get to know. That's it. Buni o'chirib bo'ladi qisqasi. Bo'ldi, topolmadim, charchadim. Tamom olib qoldi. Shu bilan bugungi darsimiz o'z nihoyasiga yetadi. Agar muammolar bo'ladigan bo'lsa, bu qismda so'rashingiz mumkin, kommentarda qoldirishingiz mumkin. Agar tushunarsiz bo'lgan bo'lsa, kommentarda qoldiringlar. Bu videoni qaytadan olamiz. Thank you for guys for watching. That's it. That's the end of our video.